gap is getting worse.
This is the defining challenge of our time.
The super rich are getting richer.
The other 99% of workers are left to suffer.
The data that we crunch shows that the average gap in pay between a rank-and-file worker at an S&P 500 company and an S&P 500 CEO is 204 times. In other words, the CEO is making 204 times what the average worker is making.
So we have developed, Mr. Reich, a culture in this country. Go after workers. It doesn't matter what they do. If they're a wage earner, it doesn't matter if they're organized or not. We treat them like furniture and move them around and sit on them and throw them out. That's where American workers are right now, or is that an overstatement?
In 2011, Walmart CEO Michael Duke received a pay package worth $18.1 million, which, believe it or not, was a 3% decrease from 2010. And in 2012, he made $20.7 million.
You know who the major welfare recipient in the United States of America is, Wolf? It's Walmart. They are paying their workers $7.25 an hour, $8 an hour, $9 an hour without benefits. It is time for employers in America to pay workers a fair wage. $7.25 an hour is not a fair wage.
You deserve a living wage of at least $13 an hour. You think you can make it look?
And the top 1%, this guy, well, his stack of money stretches 10 times higher than we can show. The average worker needs to work more than a month to earn what the CEO makes in 1 hour.
What we're talking about are incumbent corporations particularly, whether it be Walmart, McDonald's, go on down the list. The top echelon of the corporate world makes an exceedingly larger amount of money than their workers do, and that is flat wrong. Do people suffer because these CEOs make more money? Yes. And the reason for that is a CEO makes 400 times what the average worker on the plant makes. If he wasn't making 400 times, that would be more money to distribute in wages.
Hey guys, I decided to do another video. This one's going to be dealing with the myth that the reason people make minimum wage at companies like McDonald's, Walmart, Target, etc. is because the CEOs make so much money, there just isn't enough money to give the workers their fair share. If the CEOs got paid less, well then the workers would be in heaven and they'd be getting a living wage, which by the way is a completely meaningless term, just like social justice. But, you know, the left loves meaningless terms because it helps to forward their emotional narratives. So what I'm going to do here is we're just going to debunk the narrative that the reason people make minimum wage is because the CEOs make so much. This is from the Huffington Post. It takes a McDonald's worker 4 months to earn what the CEO gets in an hour. How unfair is that, right? And then 466 hours of worker overtime equals 1 hour of CEO pay. Oh dear. CEO to worker pay gap is obscene. Want to know how obscene? And it goes on and on and on, talking about, you know, these CEOs making so much money, 200, 300 times what the workers are making. Congratulations, CEOs. You're making 273 times the pay of the average worker. Okay, well, whether it's fair or not is kind of irrelevant. You know, what's important is it true? Is it a narrative or is it true? Could we, in fact, give these people a quote-unquote living wage if we just paid the CEOs less? So I decided to look up a couple of the companies that are always in the crosshairs, whether it be McDonald's, Target, Walmart. Walmart's always the big target. And we'll do a little experiment with my trusty calculator and see what we come up with here. And I'm just going to pick companies where the workers make minimum wage or $8 an hour, $10 an hour, and we're going to take this apart. So this is the 10 largest employers in America, okay? So when you get to number 6, you have Target. Target has 361,000 employees. Now, the Target CEO made $21 million last year. So what we're going to do is we're going to pretend we're doing what everyone over at the Daily Costs and the Huffington Post and Think Progress and MoveOn.org would love to do, which is we're going to hold these CEOs at gunpoint. We're going to hold a gun to their head and force them to work for free for a year. And we're just going to give that obscene giant salary to the poor oppressed workers who are being denied a living wage. So you have $21 million we're going to divide that evenly amongst 360,000 workers, which comes to, that comes to $58 a year. So we'll divide that by 52 weeks, and so that's $1.12 a week for each employee. Wow.
If he wasn't making 400 times, that would be more money to distribute in wages.
All right, well, let's move on. McDonald's. Now that's an evil company, isn't it? Everyone hates McDonald's, and they're exploiting their burger flippers and fry makers, and so McDonald's CEO in 2011, that's the latest number I got, made $13.8 million. We'll round it up to $14 million. Okay, let's take McDonald's. 14,440,000 employees. So we're going to pull a gun on the guy. We're going to take his $14 million at gunpoint, and like Robin Hood, we're going to give it to the employees, to the 440,000 workers that work at McDonald's. And $31 a year. 52 weeks. Yeah, 61 cents a week raise. It's not really going to do much, is it? It's not much of a living wage, 61 cents a week.
If he wasn't making 400 times, that would be more money to distribute in wages.
Oh dear. Let's look at Yum Brands. Yum Brands is they own several fast food chains, KFC, Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, etc. 500,000 employees, 523,000. So, their CEO, David Novak, he made $20 million. Wow, good for him, $20 million. So, being the good leftists we are, we're going to hold him at gunpoint, and we're just going to take his salary, his $20 million, and divide it among the 523,000 employees he has working for him, because he's a greedy capitalist bastard and we need to spread the wealth. So, $20 million divided by 520,000 employees is $38 a year. Oh dear, 73 cents a week. Yeah, it's not going to cut it.
If he wasn't making 400 times, that would be more money to distribute in wages.
What about Walmart? Walmart's the most successful company. They've got tons of employees. They make billions of dollars. We can do that, right? All right, Walmart. 2.2 million employees worldwide, but only 1.4 million work in the U.S. So let's see what the Walmart CEO makes. Mike Duke from Walmart, $23 million. 23 million, 1,034 to 1. That's the ratio. There's got to be some real money in there. So we're going to take his $23 million. $23 million divided by the 1.4 million that work at Walmart, and we have, $16 a year. Divided by 52. Ooh, that's 31 cents a week. And let's just say each worker works 40 hours a week. Just for fun, that's, it's not really a penny an hour.
If he wasn't making 400 times, that would be more money to distribute in wages.
So, I don't think the CEO pay is really going to do much to bring forward this utopian living wage we keep hearing about. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Have a nice day.